We are out in the garage today learning how to replace spark plugs. I'm going to lead you through step by step on what to do and how to do it. First thing you're going to want to do is get safety clothes on, which is steel-toed boots or some type of tennis shoe. You need to wear a closed-toed shoe, non-loose clothes, and safety glasses or some type of eye protection. Now we're going to look at the engine. First we're going to do is locate the power box, which is what the spark plugs run from, the spark plug wires. On the newer cars, it's the power box. On the older cars, they'll have a distributor cap. All cars now use a power box though because they're more efficient. First thing you're going to want to do in checking your spark plugs is start the engine. Once you do this, you're going to want to look at all your wires to make sure there's no sparks coming out of them, because that means a faulty wiring. Now that we look at the engine and see there's nothing sparking and it's not misfiring, it's okay. We're going to pull off our spark plug wires one at a time. Now in the newer cars, they'll have what plug is labeled, and the wires will be labeled so you don't lose which plug goes to which cylinder. Now that we have this established, my friend Steve is going to take it from here and lead you through replacing the spark plug.
When you decide to do a tune-up, first thing you want to do is park the car in the garage, open up the hood immediately, and let the car sit for about 15 minutes to cool off. Now that the engine's cool, I'm going to show you how to change the spark plugs first. This module right here is called the power box. In 2003, they started putting power boxes in all the newer cars instead of distributor caps. They both serve the same purpose, except the power box is a little bit. This module right here is the power box. Instead of distributor caps, which runs the power to all these plug wires into the spark plugs, which in turn creates a spark for the engine. It is in order, and it's different orders in all cars, 4 bangers, 6 cylinders, and 8 cylinders, whether they be a straight 6 or sometimes in Oldsmobile, another GM car, a straight 8. These wires all send an electric charge to the spark plugs, which make a spark to the spark plug, which in turn ignites the fuel going into the cylinders. What I'm going to show you is how to change a spark plug. First, what you do is you take the wire off of the plug. You want to do it one at a time so you don't forget the firing order. And if you happen to take all the plug wires off and forget the order, you can always go online to check out, or just type in the name of the vehicle, or go to your local AutoZone or CarQuest or anything like that, and they'll give you the firing order. You take the spark plug wire out. Came out of there pretty easily. These new ones got a spring in them, so it'll keep it from coming off. And then you're going to use, in this case, a 3/8 inch socket made for spark plugs, and you're going to remove it. Once you get the spark plug out, you take a look at it. As you can see, this one is quite clean. Must have just recently got a tune-up. If the electrode in the middle of the spark plug is worn down and too far away, if the gap is too much, you're going to have to get a spark plug gap checker to check if the gap is in spec. And once you do that, then you replace the spark plug. Once you got all the spark plugs changed, make sure all your wires are secure in the power box and on the spark plugs. And to check if the engine's running right, just start the car. If it sounds any different, like if it's missing, then just check and see if all the wires are on the plugs right, or if all of them are even connected, or if it's arcing. Another thing you can do when you're tuning up a car, you want to check your serpentine belt, check all your fluids, make sure your brake fluid, coolant, oil, transmission's all good. This car here has serpentine belt. It's hooked up to the alternator, the water pump, and the air conditioning unit. How to check if your serpentine belt is any good? You just get down here, you look at one of the curbs on the inside. They got ribs going across that fit into a couple of the pulleys. You just look at the belt. If you can turn it all the way around and then some, it's a stretched out belt. You'll hear squeaking. My advice is not to use belt glue or belt stick. That'll just, if your serpentine belt isn't cracked in the ribs, then it's fine. But like I said, if you can turn the belt all the way around and then some, it's too loose. Might want to have your pulley checked, see if the spring's any good. Change the serpentine belt, you have to get a breaker bar, hook it up to that spring unit there. Pull the spring pulley back. Take off the old serpentine belt. There's a diagram right here on the car that shows you how to do it. And there's a shorter belt you can get if you do not have air conditioning.
That is the follow-up on our changing spark plugs in a vehicle, along with checking your fluids and serpentine belt. Thank you for watching. The end.
Make sure you got your safety goggles on right, and once you do that, you can start working on the car.